Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the first episode of Zombieland Saga Revenge, which is actually the second season of Zombieland Saga, in case you didn't know that. The first season aired like almost 3 years ago, I want to say, which I did react to that season, so I'm here reacting to this season. Now, the show is basically about a bunch of girls who died at various points on the timeline of life, and they all came together at the exact same, like, resurrected at the same time in the same group, and they have this sole mission bestowed upon them to save Saga as an idol unit. Some of them, they had like various degrees of idol experience, right? But they all came together nonetheless to do this, and that was kind of what season 1 was about, coming together as a group. And I think by the end of it, they were a pretty solid unit. So this episode, this season, Revenge, like, who are we getting revenge on? I would say, like, the people that killed them, but most of them, it wasn't really, like, a murder. It was just bad luck, essentially, like lightning bolts, a truck, and stuff like that. So that's kind of out the window. So I'm not quite sure. I imagine we'll just kind of still continue to conquer Saga. That's kind of our thing. So yeah, hopefully we can make some pretty good progress on that end and maybe continue to learn more about our interesting cast of characters. Yeah, let's jump on in and see what's up, guys. 3, 2, 1, play. I forgot to give an overview of my reaction formats, but it's fine. You probably watched my reaction to season 1 first, so it's probably fine. Although I think I did change up things a bit since then, format-wise. But anyway, let's just watch this show. Subs you'll find down there is the gist of it. So, oh, okay, we're just okay. Well, she looked sickly for most of the show. So yeah, we're doing something, clearly. Dried squid maker. In Kyushu, yeah, that's where Sagi is, right? I vaguely remember that. Break out the tunes. Zombieland Saga Revenge. Here we go. More idle activities, I see. I saw something run by. Was that Ty? I think it might have been. And also dried squid. Isn't that what we always fed the dogs? So that makes sense. Not a bad song. Oh, milk delivery. Classic. So we're just kind of like doing odd jobs, I guess. Oh wow, that conveyor bell. It's almost kind of mesmerizing, oddly. Don't we all? That was fantastic. Good job, guys. Hey, we're back home. You know, a headless that shouldn't have freaked me out, but I'm still getting used to zombies again, so. Yeah, some things never change. Hey, Saki. So, how y'all doing? Yeah, that's always a good thing. A month. Wait, I was about to say, we hadn't seen her yet. Quite a nice dress. Eventually. Someday. Franshushu. I forgot their name. Yeah, the sneeze name. I missed Sakura's recapping. EFS. I'm so glad it gave me an acronym so because I could actually remember that. Oh, hey. I think I saw a familiar face in that audience. Impressive. Just do your best, guys. Yeah, I definitely see some familiar faces there. Don't mind. Well, we know things weren't gonna be a cakewalk. Also, I've gotten much more used to Sakura's voice actress over time. I've seen her in so many other roles. Yeah, I'm sure he's more or less the same. I think yeah, maybe had one too many, sir. Also, a bit more different than I remember. I really don't know. Yeah, there's a couple things I could have said about that, but yes, we are. You get stronger from my failure anniversary of the first show. That was a lot written down there. I couldn't read it all. I don't know why I don't know. I started at the bottom anyway. Are you alive? You weren't looking so great last night. Your hair's. Yeah, you really let that go. Don't look too happy. Yeah, you know, you grow from failures and whatnot. Don't you believe in us? Uh, oh wow, yeah, that was a thing. We've improved a lot since then. Please don't neglect us. You brought us into this world. Okay? She's probably not gonna say that. I suppose. Really had missed you, Ty. I mean, we snooped in his room once before, didn't we? Like on his computer. I vaguely remember that. Maybe not yell when we're doing a secret raid. Sucky. Hey, the guitar. I was trying to make too much of a mess. That was directed at you too, Suckwit. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna know we were here. Where... Okay, don't scare me like that, Ty. I thought he was here. Encore demo. Maybe. The best chance, at least. Leave it to you, Saki. That was a turn? Uh... This does not seem safe. Because that's what he does. uh... Well, that was a bit awkward. Yeah, I think you might be drinking too much, man. Yeah, even she agrees. Can you clarify, please? So yeah, it does seem like the season might be shifting focus a bit on Kotaro. Maybe he has somebody he wants revenge against. That would make sense. That would make sense. Yeah, he doesn't seem all that great. Please come. No. Yeah, it's the least you could do. I don't think that's true. That's a good question. I almost feel like I missed something from last season. Yeah. She told you. I have faith that he'll show up. I think. Here we are. Our loyal viewers. We try to forget about that. We always have been. Yes, they're very real. I wonder how this is gonna go. Hopefully we can still do the head bobbing. Because they were kind of out of it the first time we were here. Put your phone away. It's making me really nervous. Yeah, we got the 3D out. But it's mostly the background music that's making me concerned. The atmosphere. What was it? Was it Daijobu, though? Are you really not gonna go, man? Only you. You're special. That's just close enough. Yeah, that would never catch on. I think there actually is a visual novel where they kind of try to rip off the Zombieland Saga concept for zombie idols. Haven't played it. I know, right? Yeah, you can have a little bit more faith in them. Just don't mind me, my glow stick. Yeah, all we've been through. All we've accomplished. Oh wow, you actually break it. Tell him. Yes, they are. Now get out there, man. I love how dramatic he made this. As expected of Kotaro. Yeah, good job, you two, for pushing him like that. Man, I don't think I've ever seen him run so fast. I have missed this music. There's gonna be at least 2 claps in the audience. 3 if you count me. Well, get off after you start enjoying us. Start showing us some appreciation. Yeah, only Kotaro was here. He would know what to do. I think that might be him. Yeah, I just gotta catch his breath first. Ankoru, 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 Ankoru. Yeah, you're supposed to join in. That was not joining in. There we go. I was waiting for them to join in. Now 3 people are going. You guys gotta join in now. Oof. Yeah, I was about to say there's a lot of cushion there. This is what I call a concert. She's pretty cute. Whoever she was. Yeah, you gotta sing. That's what you're here for. Leave the brawling to the manager. Man, you really should cut that hair. For several reasons. And here we go, round 2. It's a oddly decent battle choreography for an adult concert. Yeah, this is much better than the SF. My god. I'm sure they're paying attention, don't worry about it. Yeah, watch their glory, please. Has it caught your attention yet? Nancy, they can sing. And dance. The camera work especially is quite impressive. I think they really put some effort into that. That was honestly better than I expected it to be. You guys better clap after that. I will jump into that brawl if you don't. And trust me, you don't want that. Well, I think we got like 6 or 7. It could have gone worse. I think that was a fantastic concert that everyone will remember. And that's the kind of thing that'll spread on social media, you know? She's already dead. Do we have the old Kotaro back? Because this is very Kotaro-esque. Give it to us, yell at us unreasonably. Good morning to you too. Now it's truly Zombieland Saga again. So we didn't get an opening. Are we gonna get... Now it looks like we're just gonna get a preview. What is that hair? Yeah, no opening, no ED. I mean, we'll probably get both next episode then. Okay. That was the first episode of the second season of Zombieland Saga, Zombieland Saga Revenge. And we still don't quite know what the revenge part means. Like, I don't think so. Maybe this refers to the comeback of Kotaro in the first episode, but that was pretty much handled just in the first episode, so probably not. Probably just more has to do with just whatever Kotaro's personal end goal is of this whole Zombieland the project thing, right? That's probably what it refers to, whatever his overall goal is, right? Whatever he's kind of keeping from us, because we did bring that up in this episode, that he probably has some things that he hasn't quite told us just yet that'll be revealed later on, and that's something to look forward to for sure. But as far as this episode goes, it was pretty much, well, we started off just kind of seeing everyone doing their own thing. We had which I think they called her Sunshine or whatever, but which confused me a little bit. But yeah, she had a thing that she was doing, some dried food, dried squid singing commercial kind of thing. I don't know, whatever they were doing over there. And we had basically everyone doing different things. We had some part-time work over here, some milk delivering, just all sorts of stuff. So I guess just kind of keeping the lights on, sort of part-time job, money-making kind of stuff, not necessarily idol-specific stuff, I guess is what that was. But for the most part, they're kind of like going on without Kotaro. Like that was the big thing here. Something that I feel like was a little bit slow to really pick up on. The fact that is kind of how it is. They're just kind of doing their best without his assistance, right? Because he's just kind of wallowing, really, in self-pity. Like, we don't quite know exactly what his issue is, but it seemed like he was not super happy with the progress that the girls have been making. Even though he was the one that literally dragged them into this, forced them to do this, and then he acts like that. Not exactly the most respectable thing to have happen, right? So we knew we had to pull him back into it, and that would be a big focus of the episode, and it was. We got all these shots of him just kind of drunk at the bar, saying nonsensical stuff, some cryptic, vague kind of stuff, and Sakura just trying to snap him back into it, which is kind of fitting that Sakura was the one to kind of do that, because kind of the late parts of the first season, Sakura was kind of like losing motivation to continue, because we had the whole thing with her and the failure of her life and all that stuff that we got into. Kotaro kind of helped push her through that, so it kind of like kind of reversing the card a little bit. So that was cool. Although the bartender, of course, had an important role as well in getting him back into it. So, and it's just nice seeing all the characters again. Tai is always fun to watch. She's just like imitating a dog. That was funny. That was oddly fitting. So, also some breaking and entering, some classic Zombieland Saga stuff. We broke the guitar, I think. I don't think we ever brought that up later in the episode, because I imagine he'd be angry about that. But yeah, one of the big things of the episode was the EFS performance, which did not go very well. I think what they say was 1.67% capacity. Like it wasn't a lot. Like that was a big failure that I guess really was a big blow to the group, to Kotaro, right? And then we actually had a performance at I don't remember the name of it, but the first place we performed at back in episode 1, the head bobbing place, as I want to call it, as I choose to call it, right? So, and that was where we met our two like iconic audience members that kept following them everywhere else. So it was cool to go back there, because they have like such a different attitude towards Friend Shushu now than they did back then. So they're kind of like the what's the term? Like going against everyone else. It's a word that's just escaping my head. But contrary, that might be it. But yeah, because everyone else is not really all that into it, because they're idols, right? There's not really a place idols go, and that's why people were a little bit confused back in episode 1. But then they broke out the head bobbing, and the crowd went wild. I think even the head was lost at some point in that. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. But this time they were doing much more standard idol performance, because at this point they're much more experienced. They're awakened, with the exception of Tai, who's just kind of just Tai, right? So the sort of mindless head bobbing wasn't really a thing this time. So as a result, the results were a little bit different. But luckily, Kotaro finally got some sense knocked into him, and he very dramatically rushed to the venue, where he was able to get that encore going, and things literally erupted into a fist fight in the audience, which was great, because we had Kotaro and we had our two metal fans all together, kind of like just essentially starting a big old brawl. Like we had confetti, debris, whatever you want to call it, just kind of like flying around, which is very impressive animation wise, and that looked really good. It just happens as a big old fight in the audience as we're having like a pretty standard idol performance on stage. That was a very interesting contrast between those two things. It led to a very hype, amazing kind of first episode here, which that was like kind of one of the concerns I had going into it, because season 1, like it kind of had a legendary first episode, like a very big impact, because the story just kind of like went in a direction nobody could possibly have predicted, and we had all that craziness happen. So they had a lot to live up to with this first episode of the second season, and I'd say all things considered, they did a pretty decent job of that. Like it was a little bit sad seeing the state Kotaro was in, but kind of amplified the payoff of him coming back into it, walking into the room and giving his classic good morning to Franz Shushu, right? And I'm also more familiar with his voice actor now since I've actually seen Steins Gate, so that also adds kind of a new level of the show for me personally. So that's cool. But yeah, just the big old brawl during the performance was just amazing, and the performance itself was great. Like the singing, the animation, definitely a lot of improvements on the animation for sure. Like it looked really good. Like I'd say almost every big mechanical, would that be the term, aspect of the performance was like pretty high level, like high level for this show at the very least. Because I know some people complain about the early 3D dancing segments of Zombieland Saga for sure, but this is a lot better than that, like without question. Like good to see that progress for sure. And I think that's pretty much the extent of my thoughts on the first episode. I quite liked it. I mean, I quite liked season 1, so no real reason not to enjoy season 2. It seems to have picked off where it left off pretty well, and kind of seeded some mysteries in regards to Kotaro that I'm sure we'll get into more, that I look forward to. And hopefully we can also learn more about our girls, for which, I mean, that's always what I want. So yeah, liked it. Looking forward to episode 2. Hopefully you liked just my reaction to it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.